Alright. Welcome back. This is SAO implement. What we're going to be talking about are what implements you need to do and what. Alright. First I'm going to go ahead into my menu. And I'm going to be showing you every implement you need to do. So, let me open up the list. Yes, this implement is to help people like you and the person in this lobby so they know what to do. So I'm going to go ahead and open up every single category. From the looks of it, you guys can see most of the implements I've already done. The ones you see is the ones you need to do, but I'm going to go through them slowly. Alright. Let's start with the first one. This first implement is the one you need to do. Do this one. Work yourself down the list. Slowly. There's no reason why you cannot do any of these implements. These are the easiest ones you can do. So start from the order, work yourself downward until you hit the end. Next, we're going to get to the next implement. This one is also another easy one. Post, implement, check, burst, attack. After you've done the first one, move on to this one. It doesn't take a long time to do. It's pretty quick to do. You work yourself down the list. Now, when you get yourselves to sword skills implements, in order to do this, you don't have to perform 300 sword skills, because that would take forever. The quickest way you perform sword skills is pressing the L1 and R1 button. You know what? I'm going to show you. So, this is where we're at. We'll be back into that. Press the L1 and R1 button. You go over to here to perform onslaught. You spam the crap out of it. Once you press triangle, the menu will close. Press it again. Keep rinsing and repeating this as fast as you can. Rinse and repeat. That's still a sword skill. Do it up to the many times you need it for. So, you perform 300 of it, and I'll tell you, that's gonna fly by. You should finish it in under 5 minutes if you're real fast. Now, let's move on to our next one. A lot of people have troubles with this one. To perform this exact attacks is pretty much similar to performing sword skills and canceling out the remaining animation to perform it. Instead of animation, you're actually doing this by hitting the circle button at the right given time. So when you press the circle down, you press it again and again, repeatedly. But make sure you slow down so you're pressing it within a mainly time frame. So circle, 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 circle. Rinse and repeat that scene until you get the feel of performing this. And you'll know because there'll be like a green little aura that pops and bursts out from you a little bit. Then you go to this one, you do the same thing again, but 300 of it. Trust me, this will fly by super quick. This one is also easy. Defeat a number of NM or H&L monsters. You should fly through this one super quick as well. Now, you gotta perform a number of sword skills. Use the same thing, onslaught. Spam the crap out of it as quick as you can. You should finish this one in under 5 minutes or less, depending on how quick you are. Hopefully, this is making sense and it's getting through your heads. Most people these days don't have an understanding, common sense of this stuff, so they make like, oh, it's so hard. It's not hard, it's simple. Even a 5-year-old kid could probably do this. depending. Test your sword skills on level 100 or higher enemies. Pretty much just find some enemies. If you can't find enemies that's level 100 or higher, set the difficulty higher. And just bash the way out until you get 800. It's time consuming, but yeah. Sorry. Mistake. I meant test sword skills on level 100 or higher enemies. So you pretty much got to test your sword skills on level 100 or higher enemies. That's easy. You'll finish it up. So, boom, boom, boom. Now, this is where it gets a little tricky. Test run of 2-step OSS chain against 110 plus foes. Just do it 20 times. You're set and good to go. Next, you move to this one. This will allow you to chain your sword skills. So this should be no reason why you struggle with this. This is pretty simple chain. You can chain up to 2. No, I'm sorry. You can chain up beyond 2 with this one. This one's up to 2. This one's up to multiple. The max you can get, I believe, some say it's 10, some say it's 12, depending. The highest I ever got was 10. Now, you also want to get this. This will pretty much what it says there. But you got to perform 3 chains of chaining your sword skills. What skills you use does not matter. Just find the skills that work perfectly for you. Sword skills, dual sword skills, axe or a mace or a bow or whatever it's in here. Just take your time, play all the skills out, and look at all the animations of the skills. You'll see what is a purple flash. Time it perfectly during that flash or before it shows up. If you press it too quick, it won't go through. It will just pretty much not work. You gotta time it perfectly on the flash. If you do, you'll perform a chain, etc., on the chaining. Some skills have 1, some skills have 2 purple flashes during the animation. That's where you perform a chain off it. Now, you could do it again, but this time 4, and then 5. I didn't bother with these 2 since doing 4, I struggled with it when I first began, and I was a complete noob when I first did this. But, sit back doing this. But yes, practice chaining because it will definitely help you. Next, room for development. Do this one, work yourself, read what it says perfectly, make sense of it, and then keep moving down the list. Now, After Effects side steps, back steps, anything that involves avoiding enemy skills. The best place, I'm not going to tell you the best place, but I'm going to tell you the best enemy are bees. Find a hollow mission that has bees, and don't kill any of them. Go to the side, go to the back, avoiding their skills. Time it perfectly, and you can just boom. Or pretty much you could just spam it, as long as you have enough burst, enough your gauge to keep avoiding them. If you start running low, pretty much kill the enemies, back out a little bit, go back in. Anything you do, avoid increasing your risk. When your risk hits 5, it will slow your recovery gauge down on avoiding. So, to avoid that, keep your risk level at 1. If the enemies increase your risk, pretty much kill them, back out, or there's multiple ways to get out of that. Risk 5 or 2. Always keep it at 1, under 1. And then keep moving on through the list. These are all the ones you're going to do. The ones that are fully implemented are the ones you're doing. So I'm going to go slowly down. These are easy as well. No reason why you can't do them. Oh, and another thing, make sure you have enough hollow points. What are hollow points? It's all the way to the right corner. It says hollow points. The more points you have, the better, because these are needed to implement these skills into the system. If you run short, go back in story mode and complete a few more hollow missions, like higher ones, because the higher ones will give you more points, and just let it build up. If you're halfway through the game, you should have more than enough points. So we're going to keep moving down slowly. And make sure you do every single one I'm showing you that's been implemented. If you guys aren't good with chaining, don't worry. There's still more than enough. You have to get 100 out of 114 of implemented. Just be glad you guys didn't have to do the whole 114, because that would be crazy. Because 14 of them are pretty difficult or so. I'm moving down the list for you slowly so you all see which ones you need to do. Alright, that's all of them what you're going to need to do. I'm not going to go one by one reading each one, but what they do. If you need the best location and stuff, ask a friend who's played it, or you can pretty much leave a comment and I'll try my best to answer and reply to you where the best spots are, but if you don't get a reply, sorry, tough luck. Figure it out, it's easy. Memorize every single place in this whole game. Memorize every enemy. And you should be fine on implementing. Implementing is the easiest thing in here, but it's very time consuming. Oh, before I take off, make sure you like, comment, subscribe, and keep checking my YouTube out daily, or in the links in the description. If there's no links in the description, there should be on my page as well. Make sure to follow me and everything. And until then, peace out and stay tuned for my next broadcast.